Hey, y'all, it's your girl NeenaRose coming at you for your daily come up for May 16th, um, 2021. Hope all is well with you all. Want to thank you all for your likes, shares, subscribes, just rocking with me. And those of you that have that are new to the channel, what's up? Thanks for subscribing. What I ask is that you hit the like button so that the video can get distributed through YouTube, basically YouTube policies here. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. There's a lot of information that's coming out. May series is you have to believe it before you see it. I feel like there's a lot of information coming out about where to go, what to do, and how to move forward on that energy. I also feel like there is a way to manifest without um, without the distractions. And I feel like a lot of you are looking at other people's lifestyles, especially those of you that try to learn from other people's mistakes. Heartache and Loss 3 has just kind of just flipped out and slid over there. I feel like that has a lot to do with a lot of you looking at the past, other people, how they lived, how they ate, how they worked, how they loved. A lot of you are looking at this here and maybe moving forward off the energy that you are looking at in somebody else's lifestyle, as opposed to what you think is going on or what has been on. A lot of you are just looking at the things and what's really manifested from them. Some of you may be changing up, like where you really thought somebody was one way and realized that they're really another way. Some of you may be changing up your perception or view of somebody and realize that, you may have lost a little respect for them or all respect for them because you realize they were taking advantage of the weak. Some of you are waking up. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. And I feel like the things that you may have been savoring, you may have changed your mind about. Like, I don't even think that is kosher anymore. I don't think that's cool anymore. So a lot of you may be changing up some things here. You have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse here. The Ten of Cups came out. The Eight of Swords. The Five of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles here. I feel like a lot of you are coming out of distorted points of view. And I also feel like there's an energy here that what you thought was a tried and true was a bondage. With the Ten of Cups here and the Eight of Swords, something that you may have thought about or you may be thinking about is more of a bondage and not something that is a real way of living. So let's see here. Clarifying the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Cups. At the bottom is fulfillment of wishes, a 9. And some of you may have been praying for the truth to come out about a situation. So let's say like some of you are in a family dynamic that just didn't pan out well, or people spend a lot of time faking, like faking about the connections in the family, faking about the unions, to spend a lot of time in a position of doubt and worry. I feel like you have 19, light. You have 8, accelerate emotion. You have shadow, 18. 6, moving on. And you have 2, sacral chakra. Oh, and up under that, 1, awareness. That's why I say some of you are becoming aware of the bondage that came in with this connection of unity. Some of you are really believing now that this bondage to family, or what you call family, is toxic. I feel like it has you in limited beliefs, and that you really can't pursue dreams, and it takes away your morale. You may be under someone or around someone who takes your ideas constantly. I feel like you're aware of your power and what you bring to the table. Also, what it is, people are feeding off your positive energy, your vibes. Like, hey, what's going on? How you been? Blah, blah, blah. People are feeding off of that. And you're realizing, see, like, how somebody say, well, somebody, they're jealous. They're just jealous. Okay, but a lot of you are realizing the gifts inside of you. We know that they're jealous of the gifts, but a lot of you are realizing what gifts. And I feel like for you to move on, a lot of people try to keep you distracted so that you haven't been able to see what they were taking from you. And you're realizing people want your joy, your happiness. People who feed you, you're realizing that, like I said, everybody that feeds you negativity is not coming for your joy. Some people are just coming to make sure you don't see them taking whatever. I feel like in this sense, a lot of you people have been feeding you negativity to keep you from moving forward. Like you got somebody in your life, you have somebody in your life that's very unappreciative or always complaining. But that type of energy keeps you from moving forward, like your energy to progress, your energy to think. Somebody may even just be mad that you can plan, that you can think out of a situation. Some people can't think out of a situation. So what they do is, if I keep you distracted long enough, you won't be able to think out of a situation. You'll get caught up in it. You have shadow here. Some people want to keep trying to bring out the old you. The old you, you can't do me like that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take that. But the new you is more passive and actually overstanding, understanding what it is that they're really trying to do, trying to trigger you into some old behavior and bring out the worst in you, which of course is still not a good energy to be around. People project this negative energy and they think they're doing something when really all they're doing is stabbing themselves. They're really just putting themselves in the dirt. You have accelerated motion. A lot of people see you moving forward out of this Eight of Swords, out of it. And so they don't want you to move forward or leave or have any type of progression. You have light here, 19, breaking down to a 10 here. I feel like a lot of you are realizing what your light is and how your light actually is presented to the table, like what you bring to the table off your light. See, a lot of people are realizing things, but they're not realizing what they really bring in. They just feel like, okay, they just jealous of who I am. But who are you? Do you really know who you are? Do you know what you bring to the table? And that's a lot of what people don't realize is we could sit here and this here, but for people who don't really evaluate themselves and look at their skill set, look at the positives, the negatives, the weaks, the strengths. If they can't look at these things and honestly gravitate towards the truth, then what does that say? That says a lot about you really don't know yourself and you don't really understand why you're under attack. You just feel like you know. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck now is Memories of Love, 6. And so a lot of you are looking at people, places, situations, and they want to come off as loving, caring, and that they weren't. Okay. You have here what we are clarifying, I was about to say describing, is the Five of Swords and the Page of Pentacles here. Okay. So you have here what came out turned up is the obstacles and challenges of 5. And then you have here the waiting game. The waiting game. 2. So a lot of you are learning patience from these obstacles and challenges. I was about to say pathways. So some of these pathways may have been closed up for a while, but they're open back up now. Some ways that you were going to take at one point may have opened back up that was closed off to you. You have Triumph, a 7. And then you have here Rejoice in Celebration, a 3. And then you have here Financial and Material Changes, a 5 in the reverse here. Now, I didn't shuffle these in the reverse, but it just came out and kind of starts flipping. So I feel like a lot of you are realizing what you thought you wanted, you don't want. A lot of you are being happy for what you have, the connections that you do have. I feel like it's not many. The positive connections, the people that actually look out for you and things of that nature. Some people can't really help how they feel against you or about you because they feel bad about themselves. So you can't expect something from someone that they don't give themselves. That's just like if you let somebody use your clothes, they borrow your clothes. But why would you let somebody borrow your clothes who don't take care of their own? If they don't take care of their own, they're not going to take care of yours. Why would mine be any more special than yours? You know, and some of us had to learn that particular lesson the hard way, which is letting somebody borrow something who everything that they have is raggedy, and they don't even, and it's not like they have old clothes that they're wearing. They just don't keep them up. You know, if they get home from school, they don't take them off. They come home from work, they don't take off their work clothes. Everything looks the same, raggedy, like just, you know, regular everyday clothes. It could be something that should have been part of a three-piece suit, and it looked like it was, you know, they go play catch in it. You know, I feel like a lot of you are triumphing through your situations and people around you through your ethics, the way that you actually are living. A lot of you are patiently waiting, you know, to do things, to say things, and not wait just to showboat, but to wait for an opportune time to actually give something. Some of you are doing what it takes to actually bring things forth of value, of truth. And I feel like a lot of the obstacles here are people trying to pinpoint what it is that you're doing. And I feel like a lot of you have been fighting a lot of battles in the head because of what's been being projected onto you. Creator, I come to you and I thank you for the collective. I thank you for the mindset of change. I speak that they continue to be a light in their situation, their own situation. When they realize these seemingly good connections or alliances aren't what they cracked up to be. I speak that they understand that who they are and who they need to be loyal to is themselves first, not to other people. I speak that they use these challenges and also building patience to be able to triumph through some of these situations that are trying to gain momentum, but to pull out the wrong side in them, to pull out negative energy. I speak that they understand and rejoice with the people that they love. And sometimes some of this rejoicing needs to be done by themselves. That it doesn't, you can't bring everybody to the celebration. Selah. Y'all have a good one and understand who you are and what you bring to the table. Okay? This your girl Nina Rose. I'll see y'all tomorrow.